Hi, welcome to I Love the Library. I'm Deb and I'm the Public Services Supervisor here at the library. Today I'd like to talk about some of our new arrivals and maybe one that's not so new, but it's a good read. First one, looking for a book to tug at your heart? Check out Miracle Dogs, Rescue Stories by Liz Stavronidis. Sorry, it's a hard name to pronounce. With beautiful photos and wonderful prose, Liz Stavronidis shares with us the stories of rescue dogs who have found their forever homes and the people that love them. I just love dogs, and I hate to say this, but I'm in the market for a Cocker Spaniel. If anybody knows about a rescue Cocker Spaniel, I think that's my favorite dog, and I'd like to get one again. So look at this book. Like I said, beautiful pictures, wonderful, heart-tugging stories. A new biography, Brandos Smile, His Life, Thought, and Work, by Susan L. Mizruki. I always knew Marlon Brando was a good actor, but I didn't know he was well-read and passionate about many causes. In this book, the author gives you a different view of the Omaha-born man who became famous for his roles in such movies as A Streetcar Named Desire, The Godfather, Mutiny on the Bounty. Some facts that were revealed about Brando that surprised me. He collected 4,000 plus books that covered a variety of subjects. He rewrote his scripts, trimming his lines to make them sharper, and he constantly used his body and employed the objects around him to make his characters more believable. And he was a political activist. Maybe some of you will remember the time he got an Academy Award, which he didn't personally accept, but sent Indian woman. I think she was a member of the Cheyenne tribe, and it was to bring attention to Indian rights. So anyway, find out more about one of America's greatest actors by reading this book, Brandos Smile. I've been taking some trips down memory lane lately, and doing so has led me to this book, Tim Conway's What's So Funny? My Hilarious Life. In this funny book, you can follow Tim's story from his growing up years in a small Ohio town to his eventual relocation to California, where he worked with such greats as Harvey Korman, Don Knotts, Dick Van Dyke, Betty White, and of course, Carol Burnett. We have several Carol Burnett TV shows in the library, and it's hilarious to watch Tim's antics and how he makes the others crack up in their skits. This book gives background to the Carol Burnett show and so much more. And this book is also available as a digital download. Tim Conway, What's So Funny? My Hilarious Life. If your child has to do a report on Minnesota, here's the revised edition of the book, Minnesota by Ann Heinrichs. This book includes updated state history, geography, government, economy, facts, and stats, as well as charts, graphs, timelines, and traceable state symbols for school reports. Just a wonderful resource for doing that Minnesota state report. And here's an interesting coffee table book to look at. Photography, the Definitive Visual History by Tom Ang. This book traces the history of photography from its origins in the 1820s to the digital photography of the 21st century. And it features wonderful photographers and profiles of key photographers from around the world. The book also charts the impact of social and cultural influences alongside the effect of technological developments. It features many iconic images. I'm sure many of you remember the image of the woman from the Great Depression, and these images reveal the context and stories behind them and picking out the defining details. So look at this photography, the Definitive Visual History.